evening, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you doing? How was your week? How was your day? I am back with another episode. I am Sacha Walton, your host of According to Sacha Podcast. We're here with you on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or X, really. I keep saying Twitter. I have to get used to saying X. But anyway, we know it's still Twitter, right? And I say LinkedIn, IG. Yes. Hey, guys, over at IG. I am so excited to be able to be on IG this season. And yeah, we're everywhere. And if you're on WhatsApp and you're following, definitely follow the According to Sacha Podcast channel on WhatsApp because we show up there too. We're everywhere, you guys. And then, of course, if you're listening to the audio version, we are on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music, and the list goes on. You see it all down at the bottom, and we have more to add. So I'm always adding something. So just like I'm always having a new guest on the show, somebody who's doing amazing in their industry, they're just spectacular. They're just, everybody that's on the show is just marvelous and just amazing in what they're doing in their world. And we always love to tap in, see what they're doing in their business, in their personal world. We don't get too nosy or anything like that, but we want to know what that entrepreneurship world is like, right? And we all know, I'm an advocate for having that work-life balance, that mental health and mental wellness and everything as an entrepreneur. So sometimes we just want to let our hair down and just have a conversation. That's what this whole podcast is all about, being able to have conversations with other entrepreneurs, creatives, whatever your space is. The foundation of every industry is business. And then you got a platform here. So I have Miss Sabine. Now, I just love her name. I'm just going to say that. I love her name. I just think it's just like, you don't need to know her last name. It's just Sabine, right? It's just like Sabine. And she is the founder of Lunovi Real Estate. And I'm going to let her tell you everything else, but she is in Dominican Republic. So yes, we're international today with this episode of According to Sacha Podcast. So we're going to go ahead and dig into a conversation with her. But before I do, let me go ahead and play one video from one of our sponsors, and I'll be back. Entrepreneurship, small business, is something that everybody would love to do, making their own money. And this is what we will be talking about on According to Sacha. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Sacha. I'm good. How are you?
And wonderful. Thank you, Sabine, for being here tonight on According to Sacha Podcast. It's truly a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here.
You're so welcome. So, everybody, this is Sabine. She is the founder of Lunovi. I'm gonna tell you a story behind that. Lunovi Real Estate. She's she's a real estate investor as well as a developer. So she does have her own construction company as well in the Dominican Republic. And the quick story behind Lunovi and what I was about to say, Lunovia, is because my daughter and I used to love watching Princess Diary, right? So that was Princess Diary 1, Princess Diary 2. We would watch it over and over. And the location that they were going to where the prince and everybody was from, or the queen was from, was Lenovia. So, so it's just so close. Lenovia. And sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, Lenovia. Oh no, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the real estate company, Lenovia.
Yeah.
So that's my little spill. But Sabine, so there's one question that I ask everyone at the top of the show, no matter who you are. You get this one question. Tell the world, who is Sabine?
Sabine, I am very diverse, I would say. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm working a lot, I'm a real estate agent, I'm a developer, I'm a constructor. I am interested in so many things. So I think there is so much to say about me that wouldn't fit in this show. But
That's
I'm very
awesome.
bubbly. I'm always over the place.
And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And so let's go ahead and get into the conversation, because you are in the Dominican Republic
Mhm.
and you have your business there. You're thriving in the real estate, world, whether it's developing or actually selling real estate or both.
Mhm.
And so why did you pick Dominican Republic? Like how long have you been there? Why did you want to do business there? And where did you come from before going to the DR?
Well, I've been traveling ever since, and I've seen half of the world. And I was always, I like palm trees and warm climate and all these things. So the first time I went to the Dominican Republic on holiday, that was 1995.
Mm.
And since then, I came back almost every year, made friends, and just decided this is the place that I like because the atmosphere and the people and everything is just so perfect. And well, I mean, if you don't like cold weather in Germany, because I'm actually German, where is it better to go than here? So I don't know. I just put my roots out, and yeah, I'm here now in business for 20 years already.
Wow, that's awesome. 20 years. 20
Mhm.
years of business in the Dominican Republic. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now within that 20-year time span, of course, we had COVID. And how
Mhm.
did that impact your business at all?
Actually, I was here for 7 years and went back in 2010 to Germany for my kids' school and just take a break, and came back just before COVID hit. We came back in October, and in March, COVID hit, and I was just preparing my own business and getting everything straight. And that day COVID hit, the island was closed, the airport was closed. It was basically closed everything. So that really delayed the whole thing and put me on pause, and I had to be really patient. But and it took almost a year, I would say, to get back on track. And then when everything started functioning again, then I just you know got very busy, and yeah, and here I go.
Awesome, awesome. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell everybody right now, if you're watching this show and this episode right now, whether you're watching live or even on the replay, definitely chime in with your questions. I mean, if you're, everybody we know the DR is one of the top traveling destinations in the world right now. I
Mhm.
know last year alone they brought in a little bit over 8 million in tourism money. So it's a hot place to be, not
Yeah,
just climate, but also just because it's booming. It's I think it's already probably surpassed even Cancun right now. and
absolutely. Hmm.
and so definitely chime in, because this is the perfect opportunity for you to talk to someone who is right there in the country, who is a developer, who is a real estate agent, who is an investor, who has their own company. If you have questions about you know investing into property. I know a lot of my followers, anybody else is watching, they're into these things, right? And I know if you're looking to, like, broaden your horizon and kind of tap into a different location or international, this is the perfect time to ask your questions about the process or anything because, like, Sabine, she has like what, over the 200 properties you have access to and partners and developers.
Even more, even more. I mean, I'm independent. I can sell basically everything, but I'm concentrating on, reliable developers. So, but yeah, I think I have a good choice for everybody.
Awesome, awesome. So why real estate? What was it about the whole real estate, environment that really attracted you from the beginning?
I came to real estate not on my own choice. Someone dragged me into it, and I just saw it as a job opportunity, and but found out very fast that this is exactly what I like. So it's very interesting. It's I'm if you do what you like, you don't work a single day. So the diversity of projects and working with people. I used to be a bank. How you say that? A banker
Hmm.
for 25 years, so I like to work with different people and different languages, and it's just something that I like so much. So that's why I created my own company at the end, and even went further and do my own developments and on construction. So I really love it. It's so diverse, and there's never a day boring. There's always something to do.
That's
I love
wonderful.
that.
And I want to say, like, that's really a powerful move, especially for women in construction. You don't really see that at often, or if you do, it's like starting to grow and you start to see it more, especially like thanks to
Yeah.
HGTV and things like that. So,
Yeah.
but there are women in construction everywhere.
Yeah.
And for you to do that and say, okay, you know what, I have my real estate company, but you know what, let me go a step further and let me go ahead and, get into the whole construction phase of it. Let me be a developer. And that way, you have those decisions that you're making. You cut out the middle person when it comes down
Mhm.
to projects. So how many
Yeah.
projects do you have, just under Lunovi or ideation construction?
Yes. Well, my own construction company, I am building right now 6 villas,
Mm.
and we have more projects already in plan to come. There's going to be a villa and condo style, hotel style condo project right on the beach. Beautiful. There's going to be normal residential area with villas and apartments. So I mean, there are so many more to come. We're working on this, but the planning takes some time. But we're ready to go. So stay tuned. That's going to be there's more to come. But right now, I'm working on my 6 villas, and I'm more the commercial side to everything. I have a great team behind, great architect and workers. So we are a good team working hand in hand. So that is coming along very well.
Wonderful, wonderful. I see one question pop up on the screen. Candy King, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the episode with Sabine. And so she wants to know, so what area do you service?
Well, I'm concentrated on the area of Bávaro Punta Cana. I have more projects listed, and I have connections to other areas of the island, but I'm specializing in the Punta Cana area.
Awesome. So let's talk about the process. Like, people who, may be interested or may see people get involved with it. Like, if you're going to, you have like ready available properties and then you have
Mm,
your developments that you're doing.
mm.
So how easy is it to really purchase property in the Dominican Republic?
It is very easy, as everybody with whatever nationality can buy property here. So the process is easy and is similar to the US. You put down a reservation, and I mean, once the price is set and everything, you can do, if it's in pre construction, you would do a conditional contract, sign that, do your payments while the construction is going on, and pay the property off on completion, and that's where you sign the final contract, and that is where the title of the property, every property comes with a title, will be transferred to your name. So it's very simple.
Wow, that sounds simple enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And so, when you have like your reservation, that can vary for, how
Yeah.
much you're actually going to put down, and then it's
Mhm.
broken down the percentages and everything. So,
Yes.
so people, if you have that windfall, that inheritance, or you have the disposable income, you have money to invest, you may have gotten your tax return money and you're looking for something good to do, you could take some of that and put it in reserve a property, just all kinds of opportunities. But one of the things that it really does allow for you to have something international. I know a lot of times we talk about, you know, not renting, but investing here in the States, which is good. But when you think about a high tourism area that is 24/7, 365 days of a year, even if slow period is still a busy period,
Mhm.
Punta Cana is, the travel capital, of Dominican Republic, really.
Yeah.
And so talk about like what is the benefits of having investment property, especially international.
Well, Punta Cana is the most developing area in the whole Caribbean since like 20 years. And you can tell that it's not only real estate, but also the whole infrastructure as, five-star hotel chains. Everything is here already, and there are more to come. So every time something comes up, like even another airport is going to be built, every time something new comes up, the value goes up. So that's why we have let's say on an average like 10% or more, but on an average per year of increase of value. So I mean, let's say you buy a property that is under construction and will be ready in 2 years. So you buy it today, let's just say for $100,000, and you put down your deposit and you pay your percentages, your quotes during construction. Then in 2 years, when this is ready, you will probably have already made like 20% of value growth. So the value growth here is, of course, according to where you build and what location you choose. It can be more or less, but it's always there. So I mean, you can just have your money work for you. And then it depends if you would like to use your unit yourself. You can do so. You can have it as a second home. You can rent it out and, make money with a rental income. Or you just resell it, flip it. Well, flip it is a longer term, but you can resell it and make your win with this. So there are so many options to do that.
Wow. Just think about that example you gave. Like, okay, if the construction is going to take 2 years,
Hmm.
and let's say hypothetically your reservation to reserve it might be what, the anywhere between 3,000, 5,000, or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, between $2,000 and $5,000 depending on the property. Hmm.
Oh wow. So yeah, 2,000, let's go on the low side. So yeah,
Yeah,
2,000,
sure.
just to reserve the property, and then you have your
Hmm.
percentage down. But then you have 2 years for the
Hmm.
life of the construction to really pay off or pay
Yeah,
down
yeah.
that loan. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, different projects have different percentages, but you can start, let's just think, you make the reservation, and then within 14 days, you put down like 10%.
Mhm.
And then there's another 30%, for example, that you pay in monthly quotes from today until the date of delivery. So the earlier you get in, the lower your quotes will be.
Mhm.
And then on delivery, you just pay the remaining 60%. That can also be financed through a local bank.
Wow.
So it's very easy.
Yeah, and even financing the 60% compared to the total 100% of it, that's even
Exactly.
better.
Right.
And then, like you
Mhm.
said, depending on where it's at and the
Yeah.
growth value, then you're
Hmm.
moving into your own property that you own now with
Hmm.
valuable, like, you have the equity already there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's what
That's
it is.
amazing.
Hmm. Hmm.
That is wonderful. Yeah. So anybody's watching, if you have any questions, definitely throw them in the chat. Um, Even if you have questions later, if you're watching the replay, throw it in the chat and we'll make sure that, Sabine answer those questions for you. And we can always go back in and do that. But I think that's very interesting and being able to, say that, yeah, you could have that investment property, like you said, as a second home or, as investment property to rent out, Airbnb it, you
Exactly.
can't go wrong in Punta Cana.
No,
I know that
no.
for sure. Yes,
Well, as long as you work with reliable people, you're always on the good side.
that's the key right there.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and let's just change the subject just a little bit. So when you're not out here, developing the next wonderful property or selling the next home, like what is your days like in that tropical space? I know it can't be always all work.
No, no. And I mean, it's, you have busy days and you have slower days. So, of course, when I am not running around like crazy, then I just enjoy the environment. I mean, even if it's a stressy day, you're still, I mean, you always have this atmosphere. You almost always have the blue sky, you have the warmth, you have these palm trees, and it's just so laid back. It's just, hard to get stressed here. So, of course, when I'm not working, then we enjoy the beaches. The beaches are beautiful. It's just like in the catalog, white sandy beaches. The water is turquoise. There's water sports. There even, I mean, the island is big. We have mountain areas here, so it's a beautiful life here. So when you have time, you can really enjoy and just, step back and really enjoy life. Mhm.
Yeah, I know. A lot of my people that follow me knows that I'm always there in the
Yes, well,
yeah, I'm always there,
Yeah.
and she's right. I mean, it's so hard because I've actually bought work and worked there, but it's hard to really focus and even get any work done. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get in some 2 hours, an hour, or whatever, and I'm
You
ready to
can
go.
do your office work in a beach club. You can sit there zipping a sangria and still be on the computer and do your work. So I mean, that is a good day at work then.
I know, right? Or have your phone with you like I do. I
Yeah,
have the phone. I'm like, oh, I'll just answer emails while I'm out here doing
yeah.
whatever. But
Thanks
yeah,
to the
it's
technology, exactly. And
it
we have good
forces
internet here, so that helps.
right, exactly. So almost like it forces you to have that work-life
Yeah,
balance there. And but yeah, definitely. So people definitely it's a win-win. Like you could be somewhere, you have your property. If you're a business owner, you can still do your work and have that atmosphere and be all laid back and when they say
work
tranquila,
remotely.
just and all
Absolutely.
those things. Yeah. So anything new for you? Like what's new on the horizon for Sabine?
If there was anything new for me,
Yeah, what's new? Any projects that you're developing,
okay.
working with?
Yeah, well, as I said, I have this development right on the beach coming up. I can't tell you any details yet, but very soon we'll have them. So yeah, stay tuned and check into my webpage, and you will see the news. But there is so much going on, and I'm telling you, the sky is the limit. There is still so much here that you can do, and yet that you can realize that you always dreamed about. Um, so yeah, there's always something new. It's
Awesome.
crazy. It's a crazy life here.
Crazy good life, I'm quite
Yeah,
sure at
yeah,
times.
yeah.
That's wonderful. That's so
Mhm,
wonderful. Everybody definitely make sure you follow Sabine. She's on Instagram. It's Lunovi Real Estate, easy to find. And
mhm.
and she has a lot of her properties up there. And definitely go to the website. Um, follow her, go to the website. She has some wonderful videos as well on her IG page. On the website, she have where you can inquire. You can always reach out to her, her team, look at all the different properties she has access to, whether it's, other developers or her own, and looking at opportunities where investments. It's all about wealth generation. Generating that wealth, and it's like you
Yeah,
have not that, oh, I want to have it right now type of thing, but something
yeah.
that's going to actually be sustainable long term. And like you said, they're going to do another airport and
Mhm.
but I also know I keep my ears to the streets a lot. But they're working on a train as well.
Yes, to Santo Domingo. Yep.
Santo Domingo. So it makes it easier for people who are in Punta Cana to just come out. I think it's like probably like an hour ride or something like that on the
Mhm.
train when they get it, together to go to Santo Domingo. And then that way you have the tourism there can build up and they're really looking to link it all together. So it's, I know people might say, oh, why would I want to have investment property on an island somewhere where I don't know what it's going to be like, in hurricane season and stuff like that. Y'all don't even really get hit with hurricanes that much. Um,
No, no, thankfully they just go up north or they just pass by. I mean, if we get hit, then it's mostly rain.
Yeah.
But since the construction here is reinforced concrete, there is no worry. So just beware of the water, close your windows, and make sure you're not bottom floor. So, but no, we are really lucky. We haven't had a lot in the last 15 years. So
Yeah.
that's better than these small islands that are like pancakes. The island is big, so no,
Yeah.
nothing to worry about.
Yeah, especially like with the mountain range as well, that kind of
Exactly.
break up a lot of it. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a win-win, you guys. If you're looking for ways to invest, if you want to get into real estate investments and you want to find property, not just here in the States, of course, do that. But if you want to do something that's really beneficial in a high tourism area where it's continuously booming and continuously growing. I think the U.S. is connecting more with the DR as well because of all the tourism. They're starting to make the airfares more affordable because of the connectivities and everything. So it's a win-win, you
Yeah.
guys. So definitely follow Sabine. Definitely go to her website and look into how you can, find out what's going on and take a trip there too and just check it out. She's always
And
welcome
it's
to,
very close. I mean, from Miami or somewhere there, it's very close. You're here in an hour or something like that. And the good thing
Mhm.
is that the taxes here are lower, and the insurance, the condo insurance, like flood and everything, that is very much more affordable here than in Florida, for example. So, yeah, there are some advantages to buy property here than in the U.S.
Yeah.
Just come and find out. And
Yeah.
also, I would like to say that we also help with our services for non-Spanish speaking clients. That might be a challenge. People might be scared if they can handle everything. So we are here and helping you also furnish or, get your lawyer. Whatever you need, we can help you. And we speak perfect Spanish and other languages. So you don't have to be worried about the language. And most people here speak English. So no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. See, all in
Yeah.
one-stop shop, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
That's awesome. But I do want to say this because I do know that um, you find ways to give back to the community as well. And
Yes.
I think that's really important. And, it's not like, okay, I'm here, I'm just doing this, I'm going to make my money. The economy is being stimulated because I'm here, but you actually give back. I think with your kids and they're active. So let's talk about some of that before we go, because I really love seeing that. And I think that's very commendable of you.
Yes. And I mean, with everything, the progress that has been going on, the Dominican Republic is still a third world country. And there's poverty. There are children that don't have these options to develop. So, me, for example, my kids are in a karate team, and the trainer, she is sponsoring kids that grow up with not many options, and to get them off the street and teach them responsibility, how to be a good person, how to have self-esteem. And I am supporting this team with every sale that I'm doing. I put some money away for the team, and that helps get some uniforms for kids that don't have the money, or pay the transportation to the next international tournament or whatever, things like that. And also, sometimes we have people that are selling their condo and the furniture is not needed, so we give it to the church. There's always someone that can use it. So yeah, we're trying to help our Dominicans, people that don't have so much money and funds, so they can survive and have a better life. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. So that means that, anyone who does work with Lunovi Real Estate and, whether
Yeah, it's helping also. Mhm.
you're actually giving back is through her efforts. So, it's one of those things where, it's all about helping others. The more you
It
help
is.
people
Yeah.
in the capacity that you can, the more it
Mhm.
comes back.
Yeah.
And that's the greatest part about it. And I really enjoyed this conversation tonight, Sabine. Thank you so much for being here. Any last final words of wisdom you'd like to share with anybody out there, just in general?
Words of wisdom. Well, I always say it's never too late. So, but if you like to invest in the Dominican Republic, you should get going and inform yourself, because prices are getting high. So it's now or never.
Yeah, now or never, you guys.
Yeah,
Now or
that's
never.
what it is, Yeah, life goes on and prices are going up. And so, I mean, I always say it's now or never. There's so much to do, and why not just do it?
Yeah, definitely. But thank you so much for that, for those wise words. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
for
much for being here.
And thank you everyone for watching tonight. Remember to like, follow, and share all of our platforms. Tell your friends, to everybody, share, whether you're watching the video, whether you're listening to the audio. Make sure you contact anyone that you see on the platforms, but definitely make sure you contact Sabine. And I thank you. And to remember to command your day and be great in everything you do. And we'll be back on our next episode. And I'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night.